Hello and welcome to another video. In this one you're going to see my dog Rollo, who's that dog off leash trotting in the foreground into the background towards the other dogs, interacting with a few dogs at Williamstown and Williamstown beachfront. Then you're going to see a couple of instances of me doing what I use for recall, which is not your traditional dog training recall, and you'll see how I do that. So there's 3 clips. This one, which I'll repeat some of the footage in because I don't know if you saw that. Rollo just got snapped at. So we'll repeat that, and I'll do a little bit of analysis on behaviour and reading of the dogs, and then we'll go on to the others. And I will leave the original footage with the original audio on the back of the clips. So this is about 4 minutes, and then I'll repeat the footage so you can hear the original audio, so you can verify for yourself the claims I make when I'm talking are true, because you'll hear or not hear what I say I don't say, if that makes sense. I'm particularly referring to the recall though, where I don't actually call Rollo's name. So I want to be able to prove that that's the case, so I will leave the original audio on at the back of this video. So we'll go back to the beginning and repeat some of that footage. I particularly want to go over the air snap that Rollo just got and why that occurred. So we'll do that. So a couple more seconds of this clip and it will end, and we'll repeat. So here we go. So Rollo's trotting off to see the other dogs. There's 3 of them there, and it's their owner, sorry. Now you'll note it all seems to be going very nicely, very friendly. Everyone's saying hello. And when Rollo gets close to the owner, you'll see as she steps forward there, the dog has an air snap at Rollo. So that, and there again. Although the owner had stepped away. That is what I would read as a protection-based maneuver. So the only got tense and unsure when Rollo got close to the dog's owner, and the dog gave Rollo a warning air snap, but it wasn't comfortable with that. The dog away from its owner, the initial greeting, it was absolutely fine, no trouble at all. So again, I don't get involved. There's no need to. An air snap is just a gesture that says I'm uncomfortable. There's nothing behind it. There's nothing meaning. So here we go on to the next ones. Dog coming over to say hello to Rollo. There's some dogs over there in the distance. This one's interested. They say hello, and it runs off again to its owner. And no, it hasn't run off. It's come back. There it is. It's just walking along with Rollo. I'm scanning the camera around, showing it doesn't come out particularly clearly. There are lots of dogs straight up ahead over there. There are dogs fetching balls to our left, running around. There's a beach down there. Rollo's free to go to any of these places or any of these dogs, or even any of these people. There's even a couple of joggers that come past. I don't know if I caught them on film or not. This footage is repeated too. Okay, so we're meeting this dog again. How do I know this was going to go friendly? Because the dog came up in a relaxed posture. It wasn't running at him. Its head wasn't held too high, or its head wasn't held too low. There was just no stiffness to its movements. It was just a nice, relaxed, happy move. Yeah, in the original footage, which you'll hear at the end when I repeat everything again, so you can hear the original audio. I'm just saying, Rollo can go where he likes. This is a beachfront path walk with lots and lots and lots of things going on. As you can see in the background, there's a road over there. So there in the camera shot was a dog just running around chasing a ball. But he isn't doing that. There's even dogs just ahead of us there. He's not doing any of that thing. He's just walking along next to me. And the question I want people to ask themselves is, why? How did I achieve that? What did I do to get Rollo to be like that? Because the answer wasn't teach him how to walk to heel. The answer wasn't give him a treat every 10 seconds and bribe him to look at me. I didn't do that. The answer was I just became his best friend and he mine. I just showed him who I am, and he showed me who he was, and we bonded. I spent time slowly increasing the distance and his freedom, so I'd made good use of long lines. Ultimately, it was about just forming a bond, one of mutual trust and respect. So here we go with the first recall. I nearly walked into that table there. Rollo's 50-60 meters behind me, and I'm just walking. I don't call his name. Here he comes. I'm not doing anything to gain his attention. I'm not ordering him to be next to me. I'm not giving him commands. He's not under any duress. This is all his free choice to follow me or not. And if he didn't, I'd do a bit of waiting for him, or actually what you'll see in a minute, I would wait for him. You'll see in a minute what I do when I do need him to just come with me. He's going to meet this dog on the left here. So this dog was a little bit unsure of him. He's going to surprise this lady as he comes around the corner. Look at him. yeah, this dog was a little unsure. The little one that's here was fine. But it was a smooth meeting. Again, you see the little bit of lip licking from the other dog, a little bit of a tenseness in the approach. I was a bit more nervous of him. That was fine. Once they met, it all went swimmingly, no issues. This dog he's meeting, so here we're going to do a recall in a sec. Rollo doesn't like this person. They tried too hard to interact with him, and he just was not having it, as you see, jumping out of the way. So I'm walking. I'm off. I don't want to wait here and watch Rollo be annoyed by a person. So he looks at me then. He sees I'm going. I have not called his name. I haven't done anything. He knows where I am and which direction I'm going. He's still being annoyed by this person. He likes the dog. He's looked at me again there, see what's going on. So what I'm going to do is just hide. So that's to simulate as if I've just carried on walking. But I want him to be, or out of my sight, or me to be out of his sight more specifically. So this person's still trying hard to get in. He's looked at me again, getting Rollo's good books. It's not working. So I've stepped out of sight here. I've not called Rollo. I've not done anything. And I'm just going to wait here. This is my version of recall. Why does Rollo come back? And yes, spoiler, he comes back. Because he wants to be where I am. That's the most important thing to him. He doesn't want to be without his most important person. There he is, looking for me. So he just comes trotting along. And again, I'll repeat this footage at the end of the video with the original audio so you can verify for yourself if you want that I haven't called him. He is under no expectations and no commands to come with me or follow me or do anything. He could run the opposite direction or he could go running into the road, but he doesn't. He chooses to come to where I am. That is what I offer. That is what I try to give clients. That bond is the most important thing you can have. There is nothing stronger than a dog who wants to be with you. It just isn't. Can't command somebody or something to like you like that. That's just not the way it works. So this is a repeat of that last bit of footage. I will let this roll for a few seconds and then I will stop talking and we'll go back to the original audio, and I will leave a copy of everything you've watched so far so you can verify yourself my claims about not speaking to my dog, not commanding my dog. I am literally just walking and he is following, but he has the freedom to make his own decisions. He has the freedom to go and say hello to people, go say hello to dogs, go do whatever he wants. And when I look around me, there he is right by me. And that's the beauty of having the relationship that we've got. And that's what people should have with their dogs. And that's why I'm so vociferous and anti-dog training, because you can't get that with dog training. Can't get that free choice of a dog wanting to be by your side. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't happen like that. Everything scientific about behavior tells you can't do that. But there we go. Control is seen to be the most important thing by a lot of people, and that's just the way it is. Right, I will stop yakking. We'll go back to original audio. This has got about 20 seconds left. Rollo's about to come trotting around the corner any second now, maybe about 5 seconds. There he is. Anyway, I'll switch to original audio and you will see everything you've already seen again. Up to you whether you wish to verify or just end it there. Yes, or threat of punishment. He wants to be here because I'm here. He could have stayed and played with that dog. He could have annoyed that person or been annoyed more. He could have gone the other direction and seen the other dog and the trailer that was up on the footpath. What did he do? He followed me. Why? Because this is what's important to him. That's what a relationship based on mutual trust and respect gets you. It's the opposite of what dog training gets you. Which is why I do what I do and I say what I say in the group. A lot of dogs over there, dogs here, dogs there, no leash, and I'm not going to do any talking. Just watch what happens, where my dog, this one, the big one, where my dog goes and what he does. I'm not talking to him, I'm not doing anything, we're just walking. This is not dog training. This is purely a relationship. My dog wants to be where I am, even though the place is chock full of people, chock full of dogs chasing balls, dogs over there. He's free to go to see any of them, go and meet any of them, do what he wants to do. He could even go down to the beach bit down there, but he's not. He's right here. He's not under command, he's not under control, he's not under duress. There we go, got a couple of dogs coming to say hello. Which I'll film, but what I do, this is my recall. I just keep walking and he'll follow. Because where I am is where he wants to be. I don't mind being decent distance away from him. Now, if he loses sight of me, I might call his name. Other than that, see, there he goes. He's looked for me, he's seen me, and now he's following. And I nearly walked into that table, which would have been freaking hilarious. So I went arse over tit. There's more coming over there. Look, here he comes. I'm not saying anything. He's a solid 50 metres away from me there, and I'm just walking. This is what you should have. You don't need recall, you don't need commands. You're just walking with your dog. The most independent breed on the planet, the Tibetan Mastiff. And I'm not worried about anything with all these other off-leash dogs. Here he comes. It's alright, don't you worry about getting out of people's way.
Tibetan Mastiff?
Yeah, good morning. So, teaching moment. Rollo's making a decision. There's a dog over there he wants to go see, a trailer, and I'm going to come up there to say hello. He doesn't really want to be pet. And I'm just going to keep walking. That's alright. So Rollo doesn't like that person. He doesn't usually mind being pet, but he's assessed that person as not someone he wants to be touched by, and so he's taking evasive action, and that's fine. And he does want to play with the dog though. Not being able to see someone's eyes is also a thing. But anyway, back to the original point. The decision for him. He could follow me, or he could stay there. I'm not calling him. I'm literally just walking. Rollo is fascinated by this person, but he doesn't really like them. And now I'm going to go out of sight. And we'll see what he does. I could just see his leg through the trees. He's moving now. Can't see which direction he's going. So, and look at that recall. Perfect recall. Why? Because Rollo wants to be where I am. Not because I told him to be here. Not because he's under duress or threat of punishment. He wants to be here because I'm here. He could have stayed and played with that dog. He could have annoyed that person or been annoyed more. He could have gone the other direction and seen the other dog and the trailer that was up on the footpath. What did he do? He followed me. Why? Because this is what's important to him. That's what a relationship based on mutual trust and respect gets you. It's the opposite of what dog training gets you. Which is why I do what I do and I say what I say in the group.